A surprise team shakeup in the OSS. President George H. gets a brand new boat. And the last tango in Toronto this season. All this and more today on Performance Boat Television.
Poker Runs America presents Performance Boat Television. Brought to you by OffshoreOnly.com. Experience the thrill of powerboating online.
Hello and welcome to Performance Boat Television, the fastest half hour on the water. Earlier this season, we reported on the dynamic new race team of custom motorcycle legend Roger Bourget and the offshore world champion Bob Teague. The matchup appeared to be destined for big things this season, but this season has been one of constant change. After only 4 races in the OSS this year, Roger Bourget has joined forces with the longtime Supercat leader Billy Moff. The two racers became acquainted early in the season, and Bourget expressed interest in moving up from Cat Light to the bigger OSS Cat. Moff saw an opportunity to realize his vision of a 2 yellow boat team. Billy sold his WHM skater from last season to Roger, now to be christened Bourget Moff Racing, as the teams will share expenses in the new 2-boat team. Moff and his longtime throttleman Pepe Yama will continue to run their new WHM skater that debuted this season. The duo approached OSS Cat Light throttleman Joey Gratton about the 2005 opportunity with Bourget, and he was thrilled at the chance to move up the ranks. However, when Gratton explained the situation to his current teammate, In Motion Again owner Jerry Sorrentino, Sorrentino reportedly was unhappy with the situation and opted out of the rest of the season, which now boils down to Key West. This left Gratton available, so he reconferred with Moff and Bourget, and the new 2-boat team will premiere this season in Key West. No sooner had this plan been announced when a new good-natured rivalry between the two teams surfaced. Rumor has it that a bet took place where if the rookies, Bourget and Gratton, beat Moff and Yama, the veterans will shave their heads into a mohawk, a la Bourget. We will keep you posted as this story develops. The Offshore Super Series Powerboat Racing Association, OSS, has announced its 2005 National Race Tour schedule. 8 cities have confirmed their participation to date, and several other cities are currently under negotiations. The cities confirmed in the 2005 National Race Tour are Biloxi, Mississippi, Pickwick, Tennessee, Fort Myers, Florida, St. Clair, Michigan, Orange Beach, Alabama, Louisville, Kentucky, Pensacola, Florida, and Key West, Florida. When many executives retire from their high-profile, high-stress jobs, they often pursue hobbies that allow for a slower, more relaxed lifestyle. Such is the case with former President of the United States, George Herbert Bush, a big-time fisherman in the waters off Kennebunkport, Maine. While his new boat certainly affords him executive relaxation, a slower lifestyle might be circumspect as he ordered his customized 34-foot fountain center console with triple 275 supercharged Mercury Verado engines. Fountain Powerboat's founder and CEO, Reggie Fountain, personally delivered the boat to the former president earlier this year. A truly customized version of the 34, containing, we are told, many special options. President Bush ordered the custom console to be fitted without the standard height tower. This due to the fact that he's an avid fly fisherman and he wanted clearance to cast his fly rod 360 degrees. After a thorough rundown of all the components and options of the new boat, President Bush and the Fountain team made a test run, with the Secret Service shadowing closely. The former president appeared to be quite pleased with his new purchase, even if the boat's top speed capabilities seemed to surprise him.
I called Mr. Fountain Boys the other day. I said, I'm so excited about getting this boat. He said, well, I had it up to 73 yesterday or something like that. 73, Christ. Up here in Maine, I'll tell you.
Didn't take long for the former president to get the feel of his new boat and its power. We're just wondering how the Secret Service is going to keep up with him. Now stick around, because when we come back, we'll review the point standings of all the leading teams in the 3 major offshore groups leading up to the World Championships in Key West. We'll be right back.
Poker Runs America presents Performance Boat Television. Brought to you by Offshore Racing on DVD from freezeframevideo.net.
Of the three major offshore sanctioning bodies completing their season for the national championship, APBA has announced their national champions, and here's a look at who's on top. In Supercat, Hidden Agenda, Chris Carmody on throttles, and driver Roy Schroederis are the 2004 national champs. In Super Catlight, it's CMS Mechanical Services Castaways, Bob Ball throttles, and Mitch Miller driver. And in the Super V, the Donzi Adrenaline Racing with Scott Conrad throttles and Ken Bowen driver. Extreme Vortac with Gary DeSouza's throttles and Shane Barrett driver take the national championship. OSS will determine their national point champions in the first race in Key West in November, and SBI will announce their national point champions later this week. Over the last 5 years, V-bottom hull designs has evolved in many new directions. One of the most significant is the step-bottom design. Martin Sanborn explains.
Today we're going to talk about step-bottom boats. A little bit of a difference between a step-bottom boat like this and a conventional V-bottom. I'm going to try to remove some of the mystique on what this little notch in the bottom of the boat really does to increase the speed and still give them all the handling capacities. All boats have strakes, including conventional and step-bottom boats. A strake is this step that you see running lengthwise along the boat. This right here is a step. This boat has two steps in it. A step operates exactly like a strake, except it works longitudinally along the boat from side to side instead of front to back. The true bottom of a step-bottom boat is not the keel at each one of those steps. The true bottom of a step-bottom boat is an imaginary line from each point on the bottom of the boat. So as you get back to the back of the boat, the imaginary line from this point to the point on the next step to the point at the transom is the true running surface of the boat, which gives the boat a natural angle of attack of 2 or 3 degrees, so the boat actually runs with the thrust angle and the drives pointing straight ahead rather than having to trim the drives up in order to create bow lift and get the boat to carry.
In Performance Profiles today, we talk with pleasure boater turned Supercat Pro in only 2 seasons, Mr. Tom Abrams.
We used to be in the pleasure boating, and then we went into the poker run, and last year we took the big step and started racing, and certainly this is our second year in racing, but it certainly was a big step.
While Tom enjoyed great success on the poker run circuits, he finds racing a little more challenging.
We've had fast boats. We were king of the Hudson in 2001. We had a 46 skater that ran 172 miles an hour. But as you come into a racing background, you're with people like yourself that are all very, very competitive. And on any given day, anybody can win a race.
Tom attributes the rapid success of his reliable carrier Supercat team to his teammate and friend, legendary throttleman Jerry Gilbreth.
Jerry's like a thoroughbred racehorse. You know, Saturday he's good to work with, and as Sunday gets here, he's tougher and tougher. Certainly to me, when I was out looking for a partner, I looked at the accolades the man had behind him. He's a 9-time world champion, and I couldn't think of a better person to get me there. We first went to our first race, which had been Daytona, and there I thought I was pretty good. And these guys basically handed me my lunch. So these guys are very, very good, and so we've taken it slow. We had a great year last year, and we hope to do better this year.
Tom's company, Reliable Carriers, affords him the opportunity to indulge his passion for exotic and high-horsepowered machinery.
We are a specialized automobile transportation company. We've been in business for over 35 years. We are the largest in the United States. We transport high-end automobiles, specialized vehicles, concept cars, show vehicles. We display our race team the same way we display our trucks. So what people see is if they have a high-end automobile they'd like transported, they see the same things. Our race team displays the same way. We're in full uniforms at all times. The trucks are clean, the wash. And it's the same way we do our company. And we were in Milwaukee last year, and we like to believe that boats attract everybody, but we brought Jeff Gordon's car out, and we started Jeff Gordon's car, and actually more people came to see his car than they did to see the boat, so one attracts the other.
But Tom's biggest passion is for disabled children. He's a major benefactor to many children's charities.
He works really close with the Old Village School, which is in Northville, Michigan, and it works with the disabled children. Each year we bring the team, we bring a lot of the teams that are in the area up to Old Village School to see the kids, to meet with the kids. We display the boats with them, and we take the wares as far as the T-shirts, the hats with the kids out, and it really is special to us to do that. My oldest daughter is 100% disabled. We've seen we're fortunate that we can be able to help our daughter, but there's a lot of kids that they're not being able to help. And it's not just in my town, it's a lot of the other towns where the racers go to. So I encourage a lot of the other racers, whether it's a racing organization, a poker run organization. When I was doing poker runs, we had helped a lot in that end too.
Nice going, Tom. Hey, stick around. There's a lot more action still to come.